Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Quick Expert Reviews. Today I've got a pretty decent device, an original Nvidia Shield tablet, the K1 edition. So as you can see, a pretty box standard looking device with front-facing speakers, a power button, volume rocker on top, a memory card slots, and a cover latches on the back. That's on the right, base speaker outlet, and that was a mini HDMI and micro USB port on the left. Now it is a bit of rubberized on the back, and you do have that odd 5 megapixel camera, which I don't know why you would like to use on a tablet, but that is one of my favorite devices of 2017 and even 18 right now. So it does run on Android 7.0 if you update it. Now you do bear in mind that it was first released 4 years ago on an Android 5.0, so kudos goes to Nvidia for keeping the tab up to date. Unfortunately, it won't get Oreo that has been confirmed by Nvidia, so that's what you get. Now I know it runs on Shield tablet software 5.3, but apparently we will get 5.4 still. So yes, that's the software side. Now let's focus on the Shield tablet itself, because there's quite a lot to go through. Now in terms of screen locking, you don't get a fingerprint sensor or anything like that. You can only unlock it with a pattern swipe or pin code. Not much to do in here. In terms of the actual tab and features, you do get more features than on the standard tablet. Now you do get the Shield controller if you do have one, and you do have the settings. However, I did manage to connect wirelessly a PlayStation 4 DualShock controller, which I'll talk you through later on. Then we've got the HDMI settings, which do allow you to stream 4K content from the tab itself. So again, pretty decent for a 4-year-old device. Memory, a bit of a disappointment here, but back in the days it was decent. 2 gigabytes of RAM. Storage, that's 16 gig. You could buy 32 gig as well, but I do have another 32 gig Samsung storage, which I've formatted for an internal storage as well, so nearly 64 gig. Sound, not much in here, and considering that it does have front-facing stereo speakers, but it's decent. And display, now color management, I do really like that feature, to be honest, because you can adjust the color to your liking. I prefer the colors to be more saturated, so yes, you can see how much customizability the Nvidia gives you with their own software on the tablet, because apart from that, it's a box standard Android, to be honest. There's not much more in here. You can obviously, it's an Android, you can obviously adjust the screen size and so on, but you can also go full screen mode, which means that the recent, home and back button do vanish and you do have a full screen. But obviously if you do game, those buttons do, or you watch movies, those buttons do vanish. Now app optimization is pretty decent, it's interesting. So being an Nvidia Shield tablet and running on the K1 processor, you can actually choose applications performance. So you can go into custom and you can assign the maximum amount of cores, the frequency, the frame rate limit, and so on and so on. You do get global settings as well, which we'll cover now in performance power, but that's pretty decent. So you have power plans, optimal, battery saver, and max performance. But on top of that, you also get the custom settings, which I will show you in a second. So custom allows you, like I said, globally to adjust the CPU cores, the frequency, to limit the frame rate if you like to on certain apps and games. So very highly customizable device. Now some games like GTA 3, for example, do run in 60 frames per second. So yeah, that's what you get on a 4-year-old device. Pen and touch, this one doesn't actually come with a stylus slot or anything like that, unfortunately. That was the original Shield tablet, but if you want to, you can buy one with an LTE slot and stylus slot as well. So the tab itself does run really well, as you can see, to be honest. There's not a significant lag. You can play any up-to-date game like World of Warships and everything. You also get the Nvidia app, which allows you to stream games from your laptop, which I'll show you in a second, actually right now. So these are the games I have installed on my Asus ROG laptop, so I can stream these games to my Shield tablet connected to a telly. Or if you're outside your house, you're, let's say, at work and you've got a decent Wi-Fi, you can actually stream these games as long as your PC is turned on to your tablet. So that's pretty decent. You don't have to be near your tablet. You can be in a different country if you'd like to. Then you've got the Geforce Now, which is like a £7.69 a month and gives you access to certain games for free. It's like Netflix for gaming. And then you do have new on Android. So these are the games that fully support the Nvidia Shield. And most of them do also support controller, the Nvidia Shield controller, or which I can't really do much because I don't have one, or the PlayStation 4 controller, which I did mention before, and works wirelessly. Now, the tab itself is so powerful that it can still not only play 4K content, but if you've got apps like Power Director, which I use like an iMovie equivalent, it actually allows you to work on 4K videos, so you can actually edit and export 4K videos. You couldn't even do it on the Asus ZenPad Pro, which I reviewed recently. But let's focus on the gaming aspect. So apart from obviously normal games, that's the mini HDMI to full HDMI slot, and then the tab itself goes into either mirror mode or console mode. Mirroring everything that happens on the tablet, and then console mode, which goes fully into the fully spec'd tab mode, which yeah, like I said, DualShock 4 controller connected wirelessly, which actually gives all the oomph, all the power to the tablet. The screen is turned off, it goes into full console mode. The whole screen is actually covering the whole telly, and it actually performs even better in the console mode than when you play it on its own. Now obviously, because we've got Nintendo Switch now, we won't see any Nvidia Shield tablet, so that's as good as it gets. But again, this is one of my favorite this is actually, okay, let me say, this is actually my favorite Android tablet right now. And you have to remember, I've reviewed the Pixel C, the Samsung S3 tab, I've reviewed the Z4 Sony tab. My tablet, which I use on a daily basis, is an iPad Pro 9.7 inch. But this one, this fits perfectly in your pocket because it's only 8 inches. It has dual speakers, front facing. It has 4K streaming capability, playing capabilities. You can play games in a console mode with a wireless controller. You can do that on the iPad as well, but only in 4:3 ratio. I absolutely love this device. I don't know, well, I know, we all know why they cannot release a successor, but I'm so gutted at the same time that they cannot really release a successor, because all I want is a slightly better screen, a more RAM, and that's about it. Well, it can stay 8 inch, obviously 10 inch would be better, but it can stay 8 inch, I don't mind, I really don't mind. I absolutely love this device. This game actually started on the Pixels. It started on the Z4 tab. It basically started on even the Asus ZenPad, which I reviewed recently, but it doesn't start in here because it's an amazing gaming tablet, and it is an amazing tablet overall. And what I'm going to show you now, it's gonna, if I'm going to find it, obviously, yes, it's GTA 3. So basically this game runs in 60 frames per second. I know the video is only recorded in 30 frames per second because it's recorded in 4K. I don't have capabilities yet to record in 4K at 60 frames per second, but it still looks and plays really well. Now, it's a bit of an older game than Death Point, which was released in 2017. This was actually released in 2014, 13, 12 actually. I think I played it on my Acer Iconia tab a while back on Tegra 2. But yeah, it works really well, and so does San Andreas. and so does World of Warships, which was just released this year in 2018, and this 4-year-old tablet can still play it fluently, which is absolutely amazing. So thanks you for watching another episode of Expert Reviews. I will hope I'll see you next time, and take care. Bye.